Hi guys, this is Sinette. I'm the traveling mom boss. I'm here to teach you guys how to travel on a budget. So this video is going to be all about what to pack for your kids when you're traveling on a budget. So you guys, I want to say when it comes to traveling on a budget, you're always thinking about which place is worth putting your most of your money into, because we have to plan to buy tickets, our flights, accommodations, activities, foods, local traveling, a whole lot of different things. So when it comes to buying clothing for your kids, that's something you do have to do unless they have like a whole bunch of good stuff they want to travel with. Then you don't have to worry about that. But for me, because I have girls and they're growing, I had to make sure that I buy new clothes to them, also luggage, etc. Just to let you guys know, I'm gonna have some links below if you want to click on it to see the prices and things that I bought for my kids when we were traveling. Please feel free to do that. And also, on another note, make sure you subscribe. So, things that I recommend to travel with when you're traveling with kids internationally, or clothing to travel with, um, is try not to pack too much. I want to stress that. Do not pack a lot because number one, you're not going to wear as much clothing as you're getting. Number two, if you're traveling with young children, most likely you're going to have to carry their baggage for them because they're going to get tired and they're going to complain. And you want to make sure that whatever you're carrying for yourself, you're able to also carry theirs if needed. So for my children, well, my youngest one, right now she is 7, going on 8 years old. I recently bought her a small, uh, what is that? 18-inch or 16-inch carry-on luggage. This was a deal that I got from Macy's. I'll try to see if I can find a link to it below. She's into unicorns, so it was a really cute design. I'll try to link it below. But I got a really good deal. I spent about $40 for it. And it included a carry-on size luggage, a book bag, one of those neck rests, and a small little case for her snacks. The original price for that was around $160. So that goes to remind you guys, always do your research. I was researching on affordable luggage for my kids for about 2 weeks before I actually bought that. And I wanted to make sure I was getting the best deal. And I did, because now it's up to the regular price. So back to what I was saying, you want to make sure you carry something that's light. So for her, it's light. It's like just her height. So it's not like too tall. It's comfortable for her. She's not carrying a lot. So it's not going to feel like she's not carrying a lot. So it's not going to feel like she's carrying a whole heavy load. And also, she's able to pack everything she needs. So for my 7-year-old, what I would usually pack for her is about 4, maybe 7 pieces of tops. The reason why I say tops, you want to pack that is because sometimes kids say they dirty their clothes, and you want to make sure you have something light like a t-shirt like this. And this is only if you're traveling in a location that's kind of warm. It's a little bit more difficult when it's in the winter season or when it's colder, because you do have to carry thicker clothing. So this is specifically for warmer weather. So I would carry about 4 or 5 of these, and then when I'm packing it, I roll it up military style, which is where you actually take, well, this is my daughter's hair. It's her skirt. So for something like this, I would roll it up really, really tight like that. So when you do about 5 or 7 pieces of t-shirts in there, it's not gonna be when you do about 5 or 7 pieces of t-shirts, it's not gonna be a lot of room that's taken up. I also pack about 3 or 4 dresses for her. By the way, this is for 2 weeks of traveling. 3 to 4 pieces of dresses. I make sure I get neutral colors, 2 pairs of jeans. I have about 10 underwears, and that's for 2 weeks. So depending on how many times a day they take a shower, you might want to wash it just so you can be able to use it again. But underwear is something that you can probably bring a lot of. But I usually bring about 10 pieces for her because she's always, doing a whole bunch of different things, and, whether it be going in a pool or whatever. so she's constantly having to change it. So you can get 10 if you don't feel like washing it, or you can even get 5 and just wash it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting that. um, I also have shorts for her. I have 2 pairs of shorts. And as I said, we usually try to travel during the warm times of the year. So those things it's very lightweight and it can roll up really tiny. So I also make sure I carry like a doll. She's into dolls right now, and her iPad that can fit in her book bag, and her snacks. As I said, it goes in a little bag. So those are things that I carry for her, who's 7 years old, and she can rotate that, and that's a lot of clothing. You don't even need to carry that much. I also recommend to get any type of medications. If your child is currently taking prescribed medication, make sure you get the amount for the time frame that you need. But besides having a prescription medication, I recommend bringing Tylenol, um, Benadryl, uh, some type of what do you call it? What do you call it? Swabs, in case you want to clean your ears or you have a cut. I also recommend getting a what do you call that? I also recommend getting a safety kit in case you have any type of accidents, like a cut, whatever it may be. So make sure you get a small one. There's many of them on Amazon. I'll leave a link for the one that I have that was very small and affordable. And shoes. I usually carry about 2 pairs of shoes for my kids, at most 3. The reason why I say 2 is because you're going to be doing a lot of walking, so you need to have a comfortable sneaker, or anything that looks like a sneaker that's very comfortable. Comfort is all I care about. I don't care about what it looks like. I usually try to get a color like a navy blue or a black, because then it's not going to get dirty, or it's not going to look dirty. So you want to make sure that you get sneakers, and then you can get something like a sandal or a shoe. I recommend sandal, but if depending on the weather, you might want to get a shoe, just so that if you're going somewhere fancy, like to dinner, you have something a little bit more dressier. But having 2 pieces of footwear is fine. Even one, you technically don't need 2, but you can bring one, and it's also going to be able to fit into their luggage. So, and you can also get a covering for the shoe. There's many on Amazon. It's very affordable. Please use the link below so you can be able to get the one that I get for my children and myself. And that's what I packed for my 7-year-old. My 11-year-old, I'm sorry, she is 13 now. My 13-year-old is pretty much the same way. I just let her choose the type of style she wants, but I pretty much get the same thing for her. The same amount. Her luggage is actually 21 inches. So it's a little bit bigger than my youngest daughter, but it's still very small and lightweight. She has a book bag to match with her luggage. We actually got those on Macy's as well. And this was actually a expensive brand. I'm gonna have the link below. The luggage itself was $250, and we actually got it for $67. And this is more pricier. You can get cheaper brands than this, but she really liked it, and that's why I got it for her. And the book bag was about the same cost. I think it was 67 or maybe $50, which is a little bit more on the expensive side, because as you guys know, I spent $40 for my youngest one, who has about 4 pieces. But since my other daughter is older, I wanted to get her something a little bit more fancier that she liked. But she's able to carry her 2 to 3 pairs of footwear, same amount of clothing, same amount of underwear. She also has her bras. Those are things that you can get, like a one of those, um, it's like a bra holder where you can make it look flatter. So packing cubes is something I recommend if you want your clothing to fit more smaller in your luggage. I always recommend that. I use that for myself because I have bigger pieces than them, but I recommend it for the kids as well. But she's pretty much carrying the same amount of clothing, and it's gonna fit in her luggage, and she's gonna roll it around all by herself. That's the goal, and that's the reason why I recommend getting smaller luggage, so you won't have to carry it for them. For myself, I'm actually gonna carry less clothing because I've traveled a lot and I don't wear that much clothing. Like I don't rotate so much. I notice I just need about 2 pairs of jeans. I try to get dark colors. The thing that I get the most is like t-shirts, because when you're walking around a lot and moving to different place to place, you don't want to have something thick and heavy. Sometimes dresses can make you hot, depending on how you're wearing it. So I do have dresses, but I try not to make that be the main item that I have in my luggage. So, but I do have 2 pairs of dresses. I have about 5 to 7 pairs of t-shirts, 2 jeans, and I'm bringing a dressy shoe. I actually have 3 pairs of footwear. I have my sneakers, a dressy shoe, which is like a really small heel. Got all of those footwear from Macy's because I got a really good deal. And then also I have a really comfortable sandals, and I think I paid about $15 to $20 for that, which is a really good deal. And those were actually things that were on sale. I always look for sales. That's how I get a lot of my deals, and also be able to put my money in other places to make my travels more enjoyable. So yeah, I make sure I don't take too much clothing, because I've traveled. My first time traveling internationally, I packed so much that it couldn't even fit. And then when I got to the airport, I had to take some of the clothing out and then put it in my book bag because it was just overweight. And then I didn't wear half of it. And then I had like a lightweight jacket, and I left it in at a location I went to. So I was like, never again. I'm not gonna bring so much clothes. So just bring what you need. And if you're a type person that changes a lot, just make sure you get like thin material that's still gonna cover you up and not be revealing, and that's you can fold really easily, military style. So I recommend those amounts. You can put a 1 or 2 additional items, or you can cut it back 1 or 2. But you want to make sure you just don't take a lot, because it's just a waste of money, and then you're probably not going to wear half of it, and then also you don't want to be carrying your kids' luggage. So guys, thank you for watching my video. Make sure you subscribe, and also please click the links to watch my next videos.